This is Sylvia Saber with Optv Global Headlines. Starting with the top international stories for the day.
The White House has refused to give a clear response to Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan's "Are we your slaves?" statement. The White House press secretary Jen Psaki said, "America has a long relationship with Pakistan and will continue this relationship through diplomatic channels." US President Joe Biden has warned Chinese leader Xi Jinping against China backing Russia's war in Ukraine. The White House said that Biden described to Xi the consequences if China provides material support to Russia. Russian forces have evacuated 89 foreigners, including 9 Pakistanis, from Ukraine's besieged city of Mariupol. Humanitarian aid sent by Pakistan at the request of the Ukraine government has also reached Poland. Ukraine's interior minister has said that it will take years to defuse unexploded ordnances after the Russian incursion. He added the Ukraine will need Western assistance to cope with the massive task. Israel has urged the United States not to remove Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps from its list of terrorist organizations. Israel accused the IRGC of being involved in the murder of hundreds of thousands of Syrian civilians and American citizens in the Middle East. Taliban has released 3 employees of Afghanistan's largest TV station. They were detained over a report that the country's rulers had banned broadcasts of foreign drama series. Finland has been named the world's happiest country for the 5th year. Afghanistan has again ranked as the unhappiest. Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has opened the world's longest suspension bridge over the Dardanelles Strait. The bridge cuts travel time between Asia and Europe to 6 minutes. Up next, we have the national updates. Prime Minister Imran Khan has decided to hold more public gatherings before the DCHOC massive power show at Islamabad. The federal government has also expedited efforts to foil the opposition's no-confidence motion against the premier. Pakistan has slammed Indian Home Minister Amit Shah for unwarranted and gratuitous remarks on Kartarpur Sahib. Amit Shah has recently questioned the partition and location of Kartarpur Sahib in Pakistan. Pakistan has decided to pay $900 million to one of the companies engaged in the settlement of the Reko-Diq dispute, money to be received by Chile's Antofagasta, engaged in one of the world's biggest untapped deposits of copper and gold. Co-chairman Pakistan People's Party Asif Zardari and Pakistan Democratic Movement Chief Maulana Fazlur Rahman met at Zardari House to discuss the prevailing situation in the country. Both leaders craft their next move. Chairperson Pakistan People's Party Bilawal Bhutto Zardari said Prime Minister Imran Khan who would not be allowed to become a political martyr. Bilawal Bhutto added Prime Minister is trying to prove the third force by creating a crisis. Hindu community across Pakistan has celebrated their religious festival of Holi with traditional fervor. The Hindu community said that in Pakistan they celebrate their religious festivals peacefully. Economic Coordination Committee has approved reduction of ₹5 in electricity prices. ECC also approved XW discos and K Electric commercial consumers having sanctioned load less than 3 kilowatts. Punjab Energy Minister claimed that province is saving billions through solar projects. So far, more than 15,000 public schools and colleges across the province have been converted to solar energy.
Equal justice under law. We haven't yet lived up to that promise, marginalized communities across our nation. I'm Faisal Gill. I saw how the color of your skin, so I went to law school because I wanted to fight to make the law work for all, because I wanted to give back. Because Black lives matter. Because we need to incarcerate less and educate more. Deserves justice.
Up next, we have the updates on science and technology. Scientists claim smoke from raging wildfires in Australia, Portugal, Siberia, and the United States are contributing to the warming of the Arctic. Their study says that particles of brown carbon in the smoke are drifting north and attracting heat to the polar region. Up next, we have the sports updates. Russia's plea against FIFA ban has been rejected ahead of World Cup playoffs. The sport's top court is still to rule on the legal basis of the ban. Bangladesh ended their victory drought in South Africa with a 38-run win in the first one-day international in Centurion. The battling coach of Pakistan, Mohammad Yusuf, wished daughter a heartfelt goodbye on her wedding day. Yusuf said he will rejoin squad in Lahore series. Up next, we have the entertainment updates. Priced copy of first ever Marvel comic book fetches $2.4 million at auction. The Marvel Comics #1 pay copy is one of the top 3 comic books in the world of comics collecting. Two-time Grammy-nominated Pakistani actor-artist Arooj Aftab has released her latest Udhero Na from her album Vulture Prince. The song features British-Indian sitar player and producer Anushka Shankar, who was the youngest and the first woman to ever receive a British House of Commons shield. The 16th death anniversary of Pakistan's legendary film actor Muhammad Ali is being observed today. Muhammad Ali performed in over 250 movies and was included in the 25 greatest actors of Asia by CNN survey. Up next, we have the business updates. Large industries of Pakistan posted 7.6% growth in the first 7 months of current fiscal year. The government has targeted 4.8% economic growth for the current fiscal year.
Equal justice under law. We haven't yet lived up to that promise marginalized communities across our nation. I'm Faisal Gill. I saw how the color of your skin, so I went to law school because I wanted to fight to make the law work for all, because I wanted to give back, because Black lives matter, because we need to incarcerate less and educate more. Deserves justice.